I don't know what I'm doing. Go! Why am I like hopping in the corner here? Oh, my actual fucking thing is like not tracking me right. Hold on. Let me reset myself. Hold on. I gotta reset this. Ah. Okay. Reset my camera. Where is it? Huh. Ah! Thank you for the resub! No, there we go. Fix that. Fix that! I might move fishing. Hold on. Let me move fishing. This fishing. Let me move fishing. Thank you, Thog. Let's do it. So, hello everyone. Hello. I hope everyone's doing great today, honestly. I really do. So today we are continuing what we did yesterday. Before Mel decided that she was going to play some Left 4 Dead. So we will be playing some more of Slay the Princess. Yay. The true question is, can I slay the princess? The music is a bop. I know the music is a bop. So, are we ready to slay the princess? Are you guys ready in chat? Are you guys ready? You better be, because I'm gonna be lazy today. Let's go. So we all can continue where we left off last time. So back to where we left off, okay? I don't know what thing we did. So I don't know what we did last time, but I'm gonna continue. She's gonna kill me again. Explore. She's gonna kill me again.
People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
Like a fluffy follow.
Thank you, Delta the Android Dragon. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. I'm currently just snacking at the same time right now as we go through this.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Oh, sweet. Okay. You're ready? Everyone's ready. Let's go. Let's see if we can slay the princess.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull
Damn.
a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Oh, yeah?
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Damn.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons, so there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around and leave.
And away we go. Good call.
I know, right?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave.
Yeah!
Do you even know where you're going?
No! The only thing that matters is where I'm not going, the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Oh. Yeah!
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I'm gonna leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job...
I'm leaving the cabin again.
Like, dies. Forever. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Wait, something isn't right.
Oh?
What's going on? Where are we?
Oh?
That son of a bitch flipped over the table, didn't he?
Oh? The water around you is unwounded as physical matter replaced by texture nothing. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Memory exists. There is distant rumbling and sound of many sounds. Undilated pulse louder as something else comes. You already know what doors in the empty spaces. Fear pools the fabric of reality, experiments finds your consciousness and warps themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Confusion. Why are you here? I am unfinished. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back, not that. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. I'm wagging a finger and there is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am your only salvation. Oh, what the fuck?
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of
what
that
just
path
happened?
Is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
What? What the fuck just happened? I'm gonna be silent. I wanna just be that silent
You
killer.
make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will
I'm gonna be
do
the silent
everything in
killer.
her
Let's go for
power
the
to stop you
silent.
from slaying her.
Let's just be the silent killer.
We're not gonna go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Proceed to the cabin. I just realized it's nighttime.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Oh.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor of the blade is your implement. You take the blade from the table.
We're gonna be the most silent killer ever. Just go for it, you know? No questions asked, just
Doors
go.
of the basement creep her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
Don't let it fool you. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the steps. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward. Your grip on the
We're gonna be
blade
the
tightening
silent
as
killer.
your steel
The silent
wears
killer
on.
this time.
Oh? No talking then. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason.
Oh.
right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just...
She's unarmed.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way. And
Yeah!
to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming.
So we're back to where we
But
were originally.
Do you actually believe...
It's like she's convinced. Yes. But it's over, isn't it? But is it over?
Of course she's...
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
It's over.
I was only given
Your
one
work
choice
done,
then.
You make your way back up the stairs.
I was only given one
closing the door
choice.
to the basement behind you.
I was not allowed to move any other choices.
Why do I feel like we've done something? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Oh.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened?
Even I'm confused by this. What happened?
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good.
Oh.
Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I was kind of hoping to get a bad ending for saving the
This
world.
isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity.
Oh.
Your reward.
Give me a quick second. I'm going to switch over to a different headset because these ones are getting... Give me a headache. It's the problem with the tight heads. Actually, where did I put my headphones? That is a good question. That is a good question, Mana. Where did you put your headphones? Oh, you found... Good, Mana. You found your headphones. You get a round of applause. Depression. Okay. Oh, excuse me. That was a good burp, actually. So I'm just switching headphones. Wow. I switched to earbuds because I had a pair of earbuds. And it was different. And it was just easier.
Hello, motherfucker.
So, because... If you ever, like, just, like, use a headset for so long and it just, like, gets really tight on you and it just hurts sometimes. That's what I was dealing with just. So I just switched over to an earbud.
This is what's best for everyone.
Trust me.
Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur.
So we've just become
You've
one
never
with the
been
cabin.
happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Did you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get the heck out of here?
I do, but you're the blade. We can use the I can hear everything you say, little voice.
Oh, damn.
There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Yeah, that seems
He's
like a
right.
solution. That's
It's
like a
the only
great...
way out.
That's a great solution.
Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you.
Damn.
It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and
Yep.
use it.
I'm also use it.
Don't you dare.
You're when using the blade. You're right. I didn't like the idea. I'm just gonna stick around to do nothing, at least for a little. You're right. I didn't like the idea. Anything, get the hell out of here. When using the blade, kill us, wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct.
Of course we did.
Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we'd die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing.
We don't
It's
even know what the fuck
absolutely
we
nothing.
are.
It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
Like in the internal nothing. What would you do, guys, in this situation? Would you actually just take it, in the sense?
I know this is out there, but that little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. You better be right. I'm pretty upset if I die here.
If you die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you.
Damn.
Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of... Fine. Whatever. For the third, the princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you
But
used
she
to
actually
slay her
is dead,
still as
dead.
pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
Okay. That was instant.
You're on a path. You're here to slay her.
Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
We'll just do it again.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Yeah, proceed to the cabin. We're just gonna do it again and again.
She will lie. She won't be a problem.
Proceed to the cabin. We're just gonna kill her again.
The interior of the cabin is cold. A soft
Oh, it's
odor
different.
of dirt permeating the air.
It's a different cabin altogether now.
Corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Yeah, no shit.
Like I've been saying, she's dead.
Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer.
Let's wipe it off. And
Reach
it's
forward
gone.
and rub your hand against the cabinet.
We got rid of the mirror
I
again.
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it.
Alright,
Clearly,
let's
it's not
take the
even
blade.
important. You take the blade from the table.
Alright, guys, we're gonna kill the
It will be
princess
difficult to save the
again.
princess and save...
Let's go.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell.
Damn.
Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below, nobody's here. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
She's dead.
Skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
She's dead still. What?
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh.
Two deep-set eyes stare
Okay,
at
that's
you,
kind of cute.
followed
I'm not
by a
gonna lie, that
mischievous
droid's kind of cute.
skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow.
Okay.
How absolutely terrifying.
She's a ghost now.
What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Okay.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
I actually really like her voice.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there.
Oh.
That means we could kill her again, if we want.
Slay the princess.
Without a moment's hesitation, you lash out with your blade. It's like you're slashing at air. No matter how many times you stab at her, no matter how many angles you strike from, all you manage to do is interrupt her form, the skin of your hand prickling with cold as it passes through, unable to find anything soft.
You're adorable when you're confused.
But I didn't say you could touch me.
Why are you even here? Just making sure you finish the job, or what?
Oh. If I knew I had to talk with you again, I would have slain you. I die too. When I'm floating around like you are. Why am I different? Why are you different?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully.
I
as the
like
chill
this.
subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Oh.
I've tried to live on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here. I just want to go home. I'm so that you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
After all, you owe me.
That's kind of creepy.
Absolutely not.
Damn.
Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place.
Shall I let her
If you let
possess
her
me?
in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead. You won't like how things play out if you go down the...
Oh, I'm kind of interested. Before I agree, we need to talk about what happens if you leave this place. I was told the...
And what? You just believed that?
That's rich coming from her. Every time she is right, though, but that's neither here nor there.
She is
What's
right.
done is
She's
done.
actually right.
What we do from this point forward is...
Obviously, it would be wrong to believe. How could you have ended the war if all of it took to kill you was a knife to the heart?
So there really was a last time, and you really did manage to slay her. I would have liked to think I was the first, but there's no point living in denial.
Yep.
The fur, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this. Don't underestimate your own capability. Threats come in all shapes and sizes.
I really wanted to
Unspoken
possess
word
me.
could bring
I kind of
an
wanted
end
to.
everything just as much as a blade or even the mere... You were chosen for this job.
That's right, killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore.
You
wouldn't
didn't
say?
answer my question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You still didn't answer. Even if you didn't want to end it, does letting you out here mean the end of the world?
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's its home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
What is going on? Well, I guess we're doing this. Oh, I have the option to slay the princess. Okay. I'm gonna do it. Alright, I've given it a thought. Let's get you out of here.
The princess swims through the air.
Oh my god, here we go.
Pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hung.
Thanks for the body, killer.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Okay.
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your
This is
heart,
interesting.
all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it's... I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of
I
agony to
wonder.
ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor.
Get up. You've still got a job to do.
Your eyes flick back open
Oh.
as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Oh shit.
So, it doesn't work like that for... Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor? Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass, I'm...
Oh, she's actually in us.
Yeah? Go on. Finish the thought.
Oh my
Go
god.
on.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
This is interesting.
Do you have to deal with this annoying bickering all the time?
Yeah.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same.
Hopefully they'll all go away once we leave this place. I don't know how you can tolerate all of this noise.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about... You don't need to know what I am.
Oh my god, they're all arguing.
More important.
So you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Oh.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic,
This is
and
brilliant.
all-round foolish decision.
I let the fucking princess possess me, and now she's in my head hearing all my thoughts.
Oh, shut up. Stop trying to manipulate everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Or don't, actually. It doesn't really matter. Because you won't be around to do this for much longer.
This is infuriating.
Save your butt.
Just, whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this.
I can't think straight. There's too much noise.
Then don't think. Just
One way or another, this is all going to end.
I'm just gonna leave the princess.
Wouldn't
Fuck it.
be nice if he...
I guess we'll just have to see what happens when we leave. But if I'm stuck in here, I'll be making some renovations. It's too crowded.
Leave the prince. Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Ah.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
I just love how the princess is also technically in the head and here in the narrator.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
It's because he can't stop me. Why do you think he sent you here?
I hate to admit it, but she's not wrong.
Ha!
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body
And whine.
And the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Trudge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
Finally. Finally.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling.
Let's just see what happens.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it. You collapse to the ground. You and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you yes?
Nothing. He's gone. And so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming.
You did have it coming.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier...
This is...
are
I
we
like this
not
one.
part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Alright. Let's see if I'm stuck with you forever.
You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare upon you.
Guess not. All's well that ends well, right? You lived up to your end of the bargain, so I'll live up to mine. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Oh shit! You didn't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here?
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't...
Ignore him.
Let's gaze into our reflection. Since you reach forward, they're gone. Once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. Oh. Interesting. You find yourself in a long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. I like the crude drawing they did for her there. It's actually kind of cute. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
When I found you in the long quiet alone, I was terrified. What if you had decided to let me wither? But your commitment now is final. Your ability to walk the path of mutual annihilation is vanished with your return. If you still wish to obliterate me, it will have to wait until I am complete. Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Shall we ask the questions? Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives.
What the
and
fuck,
carves
TikTok?
new avenues of expression.
My phone had TikTok
I
right
am
away.
different, but I am the same.
So she's kind of the same thing. Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight
I'm
answer?
sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions.
She has a fair point. I'm not complaining. That's a good point.
The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
I just love how like they did the artwork for this game. It's like they kept it as like a sketch kind of thing on purpose, and it really works. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Man, there's so many stuff you can ask her. You know what? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I guess we'll find out when the story comes into fruition. Honestly, I love this like the full boating scenario. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Please.
We will meet again.
I'm dead again. I'm dead. Bring this back to... Okay, so we got the new story. Let's go. The hero and the prince.
Path in the woods.
All right, let's see how we change it up
At the
this
end of
time.
that path, you're here to slay.
Killing the princess seems kind of bad,
Does
don't it?
it? Are you a monarchist?
Man, I'm dead.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
Kind of, yeah,
If
actually.
anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Wow, what a bitch. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Forget it, I'm not
Are
doing
you
this.
serious? No, you have to do.
All right, let's see. Oh, look. If I go into the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as she say, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every... So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the...
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right, proceed to the cabin. Let's see if the cabin's different this time. Well, let's see how choices change things.
The interior of the blade is...
No, I'm just gonna enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. Her voice
Hello?
is hypnotizing. Don't let it fool. How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous
I'm gonna
letting
save
her
the
out of
princess.
here would be before it finally...
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Damn.
I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the prince. They're large and heavy.
Okay.
Too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm kind of curious who locked her down here to begin with. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's lying around somewhere. No, maybe I can find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs.
Is someone else here?
Your shouts and plead. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay.
Oh, damn. The
princess.
door got locked.
And you make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier for her, easier for everyone. Look at the mess.
Damn, I took a different mess.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could.
She barely
Oh my
hesitates
God.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, or we could use it to... You won't like what...
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the
What
ground,
the fuck?
and the heavy chains follow suit.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
No, she didn't.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she is...
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Oh, damn.
As the princess approaches the bottom... Wait, watch me.
What are you...
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it?
Your body lunges forward.
Oh,
the blade
shit.
held low, ready to sink into her heart.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes...
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your...
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew.
Oh no!
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it...
For her sake.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Damn.
No! God, please, no!
Whatever.
No!
She sinks the blade into your chest again and again.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab
I'm doing
wound is
pretty
still a
good.
stab wound. It won't be long before you bleed out.
Die.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you.
Hi,
You
chat.
collapse to
Hello,
the floor,
hello.
Your blood pooling around.
Sorry, I
you,
was just
your
embedded to the
limbs
story.
Unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Damn.
It can't just end like this. Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Man, I did. The damsel. Oh, it's different now. Okay. So, which ending does this lead
You're
us to?
on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay her.
But I died. What am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Damn. I don't want to do this.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
The voice of the
If we're
smitten.
going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
What? What?
Our beloved?
So we got like Prince Charming here now. We got Prince Charming in here.
Look, a fluffy follow.
Thank you, Joffa, with Dragon Ball for the follow. I appreciate it. Some kind of Prince
Yes,
Charming.
you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Oh, damn.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Damn.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Mana, what do you think of Pokemon? I like Pokemon.
What can I say? A world without love is a
I'll be
world
here
that
until
isn't
Forza
worth
decides to load. That's
saving.
valid. Alright, let's go. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I... let's just proceed.
A warning. She will lie. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of... I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Valid. You guys gonna fish? Oh, fish! Oh, I'm doing with a banging headache, so give me a sec. I'm just gonna take a
Your
paracetamol.
passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yeah?
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Did you realize the fish is up? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you got it right. Each voice is literally a thought of what happened in the previous task.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls
Oh, damn.
draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner.
Oh, damn.
The blade is your implement. You'll
I'm not
need
gonna
it
pick
if
up the
you
blade
want
up
to do
this time.
Right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking? You reach forward and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
What the fuck, dude? Alright, let's into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems...
Delta is definitely
twilight.
addicted to the fishing game.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a soft voice.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
Let's find out!
But her charms are all part
Let's
of the
find out if I actually...
manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with
Wow,
the
they actually
princess.
changed the area. Actually
There's
quite
a
pretty.
heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love! You know she can't hear. She may not be able to hear my words,
But she can
surely
hear my
she can
spirit.
hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you...
Did you hear that? And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
My god.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yep, we've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense, our beloveds. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. We damned a whole world. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you.
Damn! I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride.
Damn.
To a surprising extent. That's because she's perfect.
That's because she's
Do
perfect.
you think she has someone like him telling her what she doesn't? There's no one else like... I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Damn.
Rescue her? What are you talking about?
Let's
Didn't you
rescue
forget
the
she's a
princess.
world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? You'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
Damn.
I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells
So
you
much
what you
fishing,
can
Jesus
and
Christ.
can't do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth.
No regrets.
Narrator,
Valid.
we courageously step forward and free our... No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if
Not on
you
my watch,
try
villain.
anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
Just be, it will clutter up my chat, so calm down a bit.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked.
It did,
Be
though.
damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave, and then we'll have our whole lives to figure out what to do next.
Sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for
We can win with the power of friendship.
I like to think that you do. And look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
Aww.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar mood. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the
What's your
world
bet
no
that the door
match
just
to the
opens
strength
now?
of true love. Enough with this true love. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever... Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think I got this. Open the door yourself.
Okay. Yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on... And... the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
The power of love compels
I
you.
knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one.
The power of love compels
Princess,
you.
Make your way upstairs, and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yep.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
Kind of.
I hate you.
Aww. Baby gonna cry?
You know, if her walking out that door is really going to end the world, can't we all just stay here? Seems like an easy win for everyone. That's not. Yes, what he said. That's not how this works. Obviously, we have to leave with her. It's our happy ending.
All we need to do is be happy in each other. That's what it's saying.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you?
Well, I got burps again.
Across the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into Arg's
So that's a happy ending.
eyes.
I'm cold.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
I like how they say our feathers. That means our character's got feathers on them.
She's gone. Where did she
That's
go?
weird, isn't it? That our character's
Should we
got
try and
feathers.
find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. I know that. Makes me wonder what the character actually looks like, though.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes.
We're like
I
some
fear that
kind
we
of
won't
bird
like what we'll
creature.
see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
The voices feel small and distant as you approach, glaze of reflection. Since you reach forward, they've gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what it's in it. You're withered. Yeah, but if you notice, yeah, I can see, like the whole body is like a feather. It's like a bird claw. And then if you look here, it looks like the bane of feathers. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. We are at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
That's interesting.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be the contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Does that change you? Does that make you feel worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I just want to see what princesses I get next time. No, not really. Yours seems to distort as soon as I don't resent them. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
And we're dead again. So, what's next? That's the true question.
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with this world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or...
The end of the world. I kind of see Okay, thanks. Thanks for telling me what to
Don't
do.
mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Alright, proceed to the cabin. Let's see what's different this time.
The blade. You take the blade.
Alright, let's see if it's a different princess.
The door to the bed. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds.
Oh, it's this one.
Don't let it fool you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with
So
the
we pick up the
princess.
blade. This is the
There's
princess
a
we
heavy
get.
chain around her wrist, but she's so coldly focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and don't you dare. It's fine. We
Oh,
can decide
damn.
what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. The blade tumbles out of your trembling.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, that's pretty awkward. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
Eh. I know what I've been told, or what I believe is an entirely different matter.
So you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk.
A
But
relationship.
this is don't jump to any weird conclusions.
Damn!
We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good.
Her sharp eyes. She isn't suggesting what she is.
I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, but I'm sure they have the reasons to keep the information secret from me. No, and if I'm honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
I don't care about the
Hopefully
narrator.
sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them up.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything you attempt to make someone else here. You make your way back to the bottom. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
The narrator let the door on us again.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down. The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like.
Let's save the princess this round.
Against your better judge, you cut into her. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of
Oh
it.
my god, we got this
Before
scene
long,
again.
you're able to- She didn't so much as utter a free from her binding.
But she's no longer smiling now, she's more of a fierce gaze, yeah.
How is she so composed after losing?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No,
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps. Wait, this isn't. Watch me.
Can I warn her?
Stop that.
I thought this was a little...
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way. Stop it! Stop! The blade. Move.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hand.
Interesting. It's like the same scene, but different. A different version of her.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the... This is the end. I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark. And you die.
That was...
Hope it was worth it.
That was an interesting change. I like that. I like that change. Alright, let's see what there's different this time.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yay! I like woods.
Is a cabin. You're here to...
Wait. Let's proceed to the cabin. I'm just gonna ignore him.
A warning. She will... Yeah. Did you... No, I didn't. Wink.
Oh, it's a
Just ignore this
septic.
clown and
Okay.
focus on the print.
There's another person now. We got another one. We got a different person this time.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic... The only furniture of note, the blade.
Alright, we're gonna take the blade.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door. There's definite... There isn't. I think you know what we...
I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I
Let's
am.
not get caught up in vanity, but we should definitely take a closer look. You walk up. This really is... You reach, but it was there, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back. You take the good idea.
We're gonna enter the blade. We got the blade in our hands this time.
The door, her voice, harsh but...
Is that a visitor I hear?
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs.
Holy
and lock
shit!
eyes with the princess.
How many chains did they get her this time?
Collar around her neck, clanking loudly as... Should we be worried about the one... Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
There's so many restraints.
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that.
Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Yeah, no shit.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease. You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Interesting. Let's see what happens next.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Hey!
So you've already been... As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Has it really?
It's complicated things. Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
That's fair. That is fair, but
The
still.
situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just
Good luck. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us?
That's true.
All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important, necessary, and maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Ah.
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. I get it.
Damn. The narrator actually owning up to his errors and mistakes. Character development.
At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
I won't.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
You were asking about my intentions earlier. What do you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
Okay.
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another surgical removal.
Yep, no shit.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on it?
Or does she think she'd survive?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Oh.
And now you're back.
Is that really?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
But she would have to cut her head off.
She certainly seems confident.
Fuck it, let's try it.
She knows.
Or maybe you should.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned
Let's
might
do
be
it.
for her benefit alone.
So,
I don't know.
then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire. Doesn't sound. There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something. to
Off
mess
with the
what
head.
He has
Yeah, I'll
planned.
definitely do that run. I'll see what
Maybe
happens.
they're both-
No, Chin, who was that for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you I wouldn't do that.
And why is?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle.
And what?
I don't know.
He doesn't want us to look at it.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am. Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far.
It is weird there's like another chain
Princess
there.
watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to. What is that supposed to mean? Yes.
Come out and say it then. You're just
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snap, and, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand. Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Kind of like this.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we?
What are we supposed to do now?
can't even cut ourselves out.
That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
I like this.
Not to touch things with specific... No, that there's something special about this loose chain.
Do you know what's going to happen? What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Do you know this?
No. Yep. Nope.
That's rude. You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so... There must be something we can do to get out of here. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes, and at least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade. But she's not ending anything. She's just... Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything. How exactly does that work? It just does.
Damn.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And let me guess, if time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there.
I don't like small talk.
Still rude. You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin
Oh my
continues
God.
to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls. That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around... She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
It's just changing.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the
I like
stone
it.
floor
It's
like a
weird,
liquid,
but also cool.
covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass.
What's
Until
next?
suddenly, there are no walls. And I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh. Okay. But you didn't get a chance to respond, nor you ever... the time to leave and memory
She's gone.
returns.
Where did she go? And there's that mirror.
This is the end for you, but not the end for
What
me.
is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels... No, that can't be right.
Approach the mirror. Goodbye, voices! You approach the mirror. Your silences reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You're unraveled. Oh. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
I don't know. There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least, they're supposed to be people.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people.
We do see
Fresh
more of our body if we
tears
go into the
on a
mirror.
winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart.
That's fair, actually.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing
We're a
is an idea
bird.
that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing
We're like a
cannot
crow,
exist
if I
on
remember
its
correctly.
own. And because of
Alright, let's go back.
the next time I will be here.
Alright, let's see what we're gonna be next. That was the prisoner this time.
You're on a path. You're here. Are you while I nevertheless, and before you decide to waste causality doesn't, it's no use arguing unless, of course.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, fine.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up.
Yeah.
Short. We're not going to go through with it. Ignore him.
Alright, let's continue. So we can proceed to the cabin this way.
The you take the
Alright, let's see what version of her we get. We get the...
door to her voice.
Who's there?
Oh, we
She
get this
sounded
version
a little
again.
fool.
I'm here to kill you.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. You walk down the street, so focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me. I know. You brought a knife with you.
Let's go
and
different this
everything.
time.
But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to
She makes a compelling point.
So if you
What if
come
we
down with
didn't kill her?
without the
What
blade,
if
you'll
we
get a
just
different version of
dropped
her.
the
If you come with the blade, you'll get
and
this version of her.
talked. Don't you dare. It's fine. You ignore the trembling in your hands.
You poor thing.
You step forward. Your grip.
Oh? No talk. I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? So, you should...
She's unarmed. If you hesitate,
Let's do this.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Slay the princess.
doubt, unfortunately,
Oh, she's
clouds
fighting
your
back.
thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sight. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grind. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed. The shock of that first strike, your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your... We can still turn this around. You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping.
Oh,
for
this is different. I
breath,
like
equally
this.
exhausted. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honest, can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the two of you clash for the final time, you feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
this was fun.
The princess gasps.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. Do you really think...
But you don't have time to worry over
Okay.
such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
We killed her this time, but we did it differently. We ended up in a fucking royal with her. We actually started balloting her. Like actual full-on fist fighting her. That's cool. Okay, that's what's next.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to...
Oh, she's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself.
We'll talk about that later.
If he doesn't remember what happened, you know I can hear... That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. That's the...
Alright, let's proceed to the cabin.
Oh, she will... Lying. Are you... The
All
point
right.
the princess will do and say whatever... Crystal. Let's just get...
Fucking, we're going in for a battle, man! Can we get to, like, fight the princess and, like, some...
The cabin is
Oh,
tighter
it's different.
than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to
Okay. I
forcefully
like this one.
direct you towards your destination. The blade.
We'll take the blade.
You take the blade.
Let's enter the basement. You don't. I think you don't even need to check the mirror because the mirror will just disappear anyway.
The door to the her fierce.
Is that another challenger?
finally. It's been ages since I've...
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Good. As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head as you descend the final step.
I love this
The form of
princess.
The princess comes into view. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife. I'm going to have fun break.
I don't know what happened since the last time we met, but I'm not finding it. And turn around and leave. So you do remember. I hope you all heard about that. Mr. Narrator is not. It is a lot different than last time, but okay. I hope you heard all of that, Mr. Narrator. This is not. This is a lot different than last time.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so for all we know, whatever... of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a...
You look different.
You look exactly the... Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Again. There's no reason... Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult. Here we go. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest. You can hear her chains snap. She almost looks disappointed in us.
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly... It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out.
Oh.
It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me, so don't be afraid.
Don't let her get in. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than... Don't listen. If that's your plan, then that's your plan. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact.
Damn.
Your momentum. You'll pull it out. Well, no, we can do this. Just keep... We're not gonna win if our weapon... The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other.
Oh.
Her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
I do.
Nothing exists outside of us. It's just you and me, dying and coming back, clashing against each other.
That's not what's going on. Yes, the fate of the world doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is this fight. The only thing that matters is getting stronger. And the only way to get stronger is to win. Your back collides with your ribs. We're fine, but you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smack. Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her eye. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just... You might not have said as much, but you certainly... It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm. With near total ignorance to pain, slides it out.
You forgot this.
She tosses it.
Why don't you jump in the gun a little? We each died one doesn't mean we're immortal. Actually, I think I'm done. Pick up the blade and attack her again. We're going for it.
You and the princess attack each other once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that... Dead. Or rather, about to be dead. As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful pops, a gush of... No, it's not. We're just... But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. Well, are you going to listen to him?
Get up.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes bolt open and you push yourself... Ah! I told you. What about her? The blade went right... What about her? If we're fine... No, she's dead, right? We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect.
The princess rises from the ground, staggering.
Well, they were
slightly,
just like
one hand
determined to
wrapped around the
fight.
hilt of the blade still.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing.
You know what to do.
But she came back. What's the point of fight? All of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart. Oh, we just missed her heart. Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. Well, I guess you had it. I never said I knew. With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look. Free from hesitation, you close
This
the
is
distance,
awesome.
both you and the princess aiming to end your blade digging into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae. You both collapse to the ground, and then we... Yes. And then you get up.
That was a good one.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows.
Damn.
Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to. And then you get up and do it again. And again. And again. And again. And again. We're all still here, isn't it?
But he doesn't answer the voice. He never answers. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here.
What is this place?
Did we? Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck up. It's the end of the world, isn't it?
Far from it. We're still here.
The princess stumbles and her body
I
slumps.
feel so tired.
And she's gone. You didn't get a chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And is that a...
It's going to be okay. Just trust me.
But it feels so bad. Like,
Screw the mirror.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there.
You approach the mirror. Silence has reached forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. There's the beak! But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You reforce the glares and see it, a figure faint and veiled in the shadow, just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
Oh, it's the narrator! A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of the glass into twice. Oh! And another crack, and another, and another. The mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So, you're the narrator. I was wondering if I ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
And what are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You said something like that before. Has every narrative really been
Of
different?
course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
So many questions. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this herbis?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, Do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm alive. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
Fascinating. Does it hurt? Does it hurt when pieces of you break off?
It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically.
I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you, but it help if I look. Every time I ask you something, a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your...
What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting ground, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that... So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task.
I'm sorry. I don't want to destroy you. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just, well, her into something small?
As you are now, you won't be able to will her into anything. You don't work the way a living being does. Not anymore.
Oh.
And as you were before, you couldn't be trusted with the knowledge of what she is. No one could be trusted with that knowledge. Intrusive thoughts have a way of creeping in and ruining everything. It's why I had to die.
I don't work the way a living being does, not anymore. I am not a living being. So, you do know about the looping. So many times I've met you, you denied it and ever even being the possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Except for me. I can tell you...
Alright. Rest easy. I think you're out of time. I'm not gonna slay her. I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece. It's like I said, I'm just an echo.
The final fragment of glass shatters. You see yourself in a newfound clarity. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it's finally time for you to wake up, all of you. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. So is this the ending? Oh.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Interesting. So we've turned her into a god.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Alright. I missed you too. She unfurls an endless crusade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Did you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
Like, she's like an endless barrage of all of her. I'm long quiet, but I don't know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Ah. What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
It is.
When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Interesting. There are many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is it all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and
Biologically
conflict.
accurate princess. Let's talk this through. I still have many questions. If I let you out, an entire world ends. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of this? I told you what's going to happen. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Interesting. Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its habitation. You feel sensation in your limbs that once couldn't fathom ever been here except for her is you. You feel your wingspan that can sail, been twisted and crumped in the bounding tensions. So that you can feel a glass of constraints pressing onto you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. It does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the undying tension breaks. Unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. Step into infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, just as you will always be. Though through conflict is your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. That was Fascinating. And there's only one ending, by the way. There's many endings to this game. But that requires me to play through the game again, but I'm not going to do that. Maybe on my own time I probably will. This game is awesome. Yeah, it's been awesome. And now that you finished the forest, you also unlock the gallery. You can access the main menu at all times. There we go. That was interesting. I like the ending we got. There's still many endings and many ways to get through the game. That was only one ending. So I guess the more we play it, the more we chance to get different things. But it's been nearly 2 hours, and I think that's enough time for me to stream today. Because I don't want to stream as much as long as possible. Like, I'm trying to keep my streams to a good minimum right now, because I travel in a few days. I'm traveling all the way to the United States, so I want to make sure that I get myself in a better way when it comes to all that stuff. So I'm gonna dump you over to Katsy. She's currently playing through The Walking Dead, so that'll be a good raid. Oh, why the fuck is it doing that? I've played, you guys see me play through The Walking Dead before on the stream, so I don't mind you guys checking on her playthrough of it. Those on YouTube, thank you for watching. You take it easy, have a great rest of your day, and thanks for watching. And those on Twitch, we will be raiding. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy Katsy, call them a butt cat, and some other insults. Do whatever you feel like. Take it easy. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later. Bye.